Hi guys, so I'm gonna read Action Comics number 19. So this is the last Superman comic in the 1930s. Um, I think this is what happened last issue, or no, Superman's lifting a cannon. So I don't know, that doesn't happen in this comic though. But Superman by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, leaping over skyscrapers, running faster than an express train, springing great distances and heights, lifting and smashing tremendous weights, possessing an impenetrable skin. These are the amazing attributes which Superman, savior of the helpless and oppressed, avails himself as he battles the forces of evil and injustice. Clark Kent, ace Daily Star reporter, is at police headquarters when an emergency call comes in. An ambulance is wanted at 211 Terrence Avenue. A man there is dropped into a stupor from which he can't be aroused. Mind if I tag along? Okay, Clark, but step on it. The ambulance races through the streets, sirens screaming, bringing Clark nearer to the beginning of one of his most startling adventures. When they reach 211 Terrence Avenue, good Lord, look at him! He's a mass of purple rotting blotches. Beats me. First case of its kind I've ever seen. Later, as Clark pounds out his story in the Daily Star's newsroom. Stop it! Stop working! Thank goodness, he's alive. Hey, why the excitement? The puzzled reporter is forced to submit a physical examination. He appears normal, but... Now listen, I'm a peaceable guy, but if you don't tell me what this is all about... You're a very lucky young man. Do you realize that all of the men who examined that purple blotched patient, you alone are alive? What? Whew. The only thing that saved me was my super resistance to disease. The new disease, without warning, spreads like wildfire. People drop right and left on the streets, until the majority of Metropolis are afraid to leave the dubious safety of their homes. Bolt the doors, barricade them. We've got to keep that disease out. But for how long? Nothing can keep it out. But we've got to get food, or starve. Daily, the streets are clogged with death. Wagons carting away load upon load of putrefying corpses. Horror grips the city. Daily Star Extra. Purple Plague grips Metropolis. Takes her terrible toll by Clark Kent. Medical world mystified by vivid malady. Hundreds drop. At his apartment, Clark is visited by a friendly young scientist, Professor Henry Travers. I have a theory regarding this gruesome plague. Would you like to hear it? Would I? Shoot. If you check up on your history, Clark, you know that back in the Middle Ages, mankind was blighted by what was also known as the Purple Plague, or the bubonic plague again, but it's my belief that we're experiencing a reoccurrence of that same disease. But what can we do about stamping it out? That's just what I'd like to know. There's a rare volume on that disease in the library. Would you care to look at it? You might unearth some interesting material for your newspaper. When they reach the public library, may we see Dr. Favier's study on the Purple Plague? You'll have to wait your turn. An old gentleman who has been here frequently for it is reading it now. Is this him coming now? Here you are. Very interesting. Yes, very interesting indeed. I've told him not to straighten his eyes too much, but he refuses to listen to me. You see, it's just as I told you. The symptoms are exactly the same. By Jove, you're right. And within a darkened sedan, the old man slips off a false mask. That young scientist, Henry Travers, has been showing too much interest in that volume. We'll have to do something about that, eh? Yes, Ultra, you will. Guided by the information in that book, I've been conducting experiments to battle the plague. Would you like to see what I've accomplished? You bet. Lead on. Later, within Travers' laboratory. You see, I've isolated the plague germ. Now, if I can only conduct an antidote, you'll have the grateful thanks of all mankind. After Clark leaves, Travers continues to work furiously. I got to find that serum. I got to. Days later, after delays, setbacks, discouragement galore, I'd like to smash these blasted tubes, but I've got to go on. Then one day, victory, the antidote. I've found it. You hear me, Clark? I've discovered it. The plague serum. I beat it. I've... A short distance away, the fools stumbled upon something. Get him. Bring him here. Right away, Ultra. Clark, some men breaking in. That's enough out of you. There were the sounds of a struggle. Then he was cut off. Quickly, Clark changes into his Superman costume. I'm going to look into this pronto. Shortly after, a weird figure leaps away from Kent's apartment and off into the night. On towards Travers' laboratory races the Man of Tomorrow, a veritable streak of light. Thugs carrying off Travers. What the? It's Superman! Get him! Drop him. Wading into the terrified muscle men, Superman flings them about as though if there were bowling pins. Oh, they fly through the air with the greatest of ease. Into that car, quick! But, go on, get in before I plug you. Superman streaks after the fleeting auto. He's catching up! What do we do? Jam on those brakes and leave the rest to me. As the car skids to a halt. Get out, you! What do you want of me? Strong, chump. Stop! As Superman's figure hurtles down after the Travers, Ultra's men make good their getaway. Beat it! I've got to hand it to you. You're smart. Down into empty space hurtles Superman into a breath-snatching drop. Got you. One of Superman's outflung arms clutches a ledge, halting their downward plunge. Save your breath. You'll need it. Superman races up the side of the precipitous cliff like a maddened anthropoid. They made good their escape. Well, the important thing is that you're safe. But this is amazing. Who are you? Just a good friend of yours and of humanity. Wait, I haven't told you how grateful I am. Just throw all your energy into your work. That's all I ask. Superman barged in. We had to run for it. But we succeeded in killing Travers. Superman, eh? So he dares to interfere again. No freak of nature will stop me from achieving my goal. The human race shall be blotted out, so that I can then launch a race of my own, and no one, nothing, shall prevent it. Later, Superman enters his apartment. I wonder how long that phone's been ringing, and who it can be. Since I last called, I've had a terrifying experience. But even more important, I've succeeded in arranging a demonstration of my serum before my scientific society tomorrow. Next morning. And you, Dr. Greenlee, what do you think of Travers' discovery? Obviously, the ravings of a sensation-seeking opportunist. You, retract those words while I prove them wrong. The demonstration begins. The assembled scientists watch tensely as Professor Travers injects his serum into a victim of the purple plague. Several minutes later, well, where are the good results that you so loudly predicted? I can't understand it. There doesn't appear to be an improvement in the patient. Travers' demonstration a complete failure is driven from the room by a chorus of boos. Faker, throw him out, boo. I'm ruined, disgrace. Tough luck. And you were so certain that you discovered a satisfactory serum. That evening, Travers is badly in need of encouragement, and here's where he'll get it. As the Man of Steel lands outside Travers' laboratory, he hears smashing sounds from within. You destroyed your instruments yourself. What's the idea? What's wrong? Have you gone mad? Get out of here. I'll smash whatever I please. Up you go. Put me down. Maybe this will shake a little sense into you. Stop it! This letter will explain why I'm stopping my experiments, finishing them for good. Let's have it. A dishonorary dismissal from your scientific society. Buck up. Remember how Pasteur and other great scientists achieved results in the face of scorn from their fellow savants? Your ultimate goal is too important for you to permit yourself to be deterred by personal disgrace. But they've closed down on me to such an extent that the Forrester Chemical Corporation refuses to sell me these rare chemicals which I need to carry on my investigations. Don't worry, I'll get those chemicals for you. Superman's figure plummets down atop the Forrester Chemical Corporation. A mighty heave from Superman and the massive skylight is uprooted. Someone's coming. Raise your hands, you thief. It looks like you caught me red-handed. Too bad you can't hold me. Later. Here are the chemicals. Never mind how I got them. Get to work. You've given me new hope. His mission concluded, Superman leaps off from Travers' laboratory. Later. Here's your Superman, unconscious. I thought that electric gun would be sufficient. You are losing all willpower of your own. You can only do as I direct. Behold how meekly he stands. Superman is my slave, subject to my every mental whim. You will assist my men to spread the purple plague. How did Superman get unconscious? Oh, okay, so there's a cannon. Yes, Master. A fantastic airship of Ultra's creation wings out of the city to spread its cargo of purple death. Now, seize those germ-laden tubes. Toss them out. I will obey. But whirling suddenly, Superman darts forward and wrecks the fantastic ship's controls. Next stop for this plane, eternity. Down toward Earth plunges the crippled vessel and total destruction. Good riddance. The ship is destroyed, and Superman made good his escape. Blast him. I was tricked. He only pretended to be under my hypnotic suggestion. Next morning, as Clark walks to work. What happened? That boy fainted. The purple plague. As the others shrink back in terror, Clark strides forward, lifts the child. You cowards, letting him just lie there. Kent rushes the youth to a hospital. Is it? Yes, the purple plague. The child's father, Dr. Greenlee, rushes in. He mustn't die. He's my only boy and so young. Excuse me, I've got to make a phone call. Any luck, Travers? Yes, completely success. I've discovered my earlier error. Within an empty room, Clark removes his outer garments, transforming himself into powerful Superman. Seizing the child, Superman leaps away from the hospital. I'll not harm him. What's this you've got with you? A child suffering from the purple plague. Quick, here's your opportunity to prove the new serum a success. Superman stands anxiously by while Travers conducts the vital experiment. Not only this child's life, but many thousands more depend on the outcome of this operation. Look, the purple blotches are disappearing. Do you understand? It's a success, a success. That's great. Later, as Travers returns the child to his anxious father. Now, do you think that I am a fraud? I'll have you reinstated at the society at once, and your serum made available to all doctors. You're a great man, Travers, a great man. Returning to Ultra's stronghold, Superman confronts him. Superman! Back, or I'll blast you out of existence. Try it. The gun explodes in Ultra's face. Dead. Well, that finishes both the purple plague and the fiend who created it. Yeah, that's advertised. Again, yeah, they've been advertising New York's World Fair comics for a lot of these. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you could like, comment, or subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you. And I'll see you guys later.